And so we have a special treat for you tonight. Shirley Temple is in the house. I'm taking this woman on the road with me. Where are you, girl? Shirley Temple is in the house, and when you see this 80-year-old Jewish woman, tiny little thing, you'll think she is Shirley Temple. But actually, she's got black feet, so she's going to bring her souls to give you some soul. Put your hands together for the tap diva, Miss Lynne Jassem. There we go. Hi, all you beautiful people. I want to thank Jay for that wonderful introduction. I just have one thing to say. I am not. Okay, now? I am not 80 years old. I am 79. And after 6 decades, so am I. But I'm here tonight to tell you about his story, her story, his story, and my story. Why did I tap dance? Why did I learn to tap dance? Why have I been doing it for so many decades? I have one word to say. Mommy. Muriel was an ex-rockette. And before the placenta was even dry, I felt that hand, firm and insistent, pushing, pushing, pushing. Ooh, she's still here. Well, I love dancing, and I love to be on stage. And I would take my mother's oversized tap shoes, and I'd go downstairs, and I'd dance for hours in the basement. No, Ma, I can't come to dinner. Can't you see I'm dancing here? And I danced my way right onto the Perry Como TV show. It's so nice to have people know who Perry Como is. Anyway, it was 1957. Oops. There we are, the Comoettes. I'm the one on the end, the cute one, without the wrinkles. But let's move along. Let's shuffleball change into the 70s. That's where things got exciting. That's when I met Honey Coles. A couple of people know who I'm talking about. And Brenda Buffalino. And they introduced me to the Copacetics. Oh my God, this was a group of guys who, no matter what the temperature, they were tap dancing. Honey Cole, Bud Briggs, and Jimmy, woo, 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 slide. Oh, Brenda Buffalino occasionally. Now these men, they were real hoofers. Everything happened on their feet. And they call themselves Copacetics. They got that name from Bill Bojangles because he said it about 50 times a day. Oh, you know it's copacetic. Hey, did I tell you it's copacetic? And that means it's all cool. And it was. And God has a message for me over there.
We learned so much from them.
The
We
what?
learned so much from them.
I learned so much from them. The 20s, 30s, 40s. Now I know I'm going to sound a little bit like Jay, but the history is the same. The 20s, 40s, 30s, and early 50s were the golden era of tap dance. Hollywood was in love, and well, they should be. When that Bilbo Jangles Robinson jumped up on the stage, he was an overnight sensation. Now, he had wooden soles that were cleft in the middle, so it made a nice knocking sound, and wood on wood is, we got a little masonry here tonight, but the wood soles on wood floor is clear as a bell, it's beautiful. He came on the stage fresh out of vaudeville. He was an extraordinary performer, and it's really ironic that he became famous for being the first black man to dance with a white girl. A very tiny girl. How do you like that? You know, this exchange of black and white, and even holding hands, oh my God. America was very racist, but when they saw them move up and down those stairs, they lost their heart. And let me tell you, it was one tap step for humanity. Yes. And I'm happy to say it. Bill had only one dance partner in his life besides Shirley, and that was Jenny Lagan, which she was adorable. She liked to sometimes wear men's clothes. No, this was not to make her look, somebody wearing men's clothes over there. It wasn't to make her look butch. Au contraire, it added to her charm and her dance ability. Men got to wear men's clothes all the time, which allowed them to do a lot of flash steps, like over the tops. I do a modified version. And knee jumps, which sounds very painful, and splits, if you'll allow me to demonstrate. Split. Like I said, splits. But Jenny was one of the first black female tap dancers to actually exist. They didn't let people dance in pairs. So solo work was, reserved for the men. But she did get asked by MGM to sign a contract to be in a film with Eleanor Powell. But 2 weeks into rehearsals, "Hi, sweetheart, darling, you're a lovely girl, but we don't need two female tap dancers in here. You know what I mean?" Lied the powers that be. Well, she just took her tap shoes and she packed them up and she left the US for the UK, where she was adored and celebrated. And Jenny, I got a little tribute. She liked boogie woogie. Now we're...
Demise.
Oh, I always forget this part because it's not nice. The 50s were the demise of tap dancing. Now guys, you're gonna have to excuse me because I have a couple of things to say about bebop, okay? It's the script, it's my script, what can I say? Anyway, it was the demise of tap dancing, and why? Why, you ask? And well, you should ask, because change was coming from everywhere. It was a cultural transformation sweeping the country. There'll be a change in the weather and a change in the sea. And bebop has made a change in me. Oh God, bebop. What is bebop anyway, huh? It's a bunch of complex syncopations, am I right? Complex syncopation, virtuosity, improv. And when that all got together, the big bands were split down into quartets and trios. No room for the tap dancers. No more dancers dancing the night away. Then, but swing. Do you hate me? I don't want them to hate me because they're such good musicians. Okay, so bebop, yeah, what happened? What happened?
Unemployment. Unemployment.
Oh, unemployment, oh my God. All the tap dancers were unemployed. So let's fast forward to go back to the 70s. That's when tap came back. Oh, aren't you happy? It's really at a peak right now. It's doing so well. Now black people are tap dancing. And they're incredible. They were sleeping, all the tap dancers, and they were reawakened to the fact that they had spent 2 decades without any work or recognition. But now, it was the time to grow. I started working with Honey Coles and Brenda Buffalino at Basil's dance studio. Such a dump. Basil's was located in Midtown Manhattan on 48th and 8th, a very schmutzige area. That's Yiddish for fakakta. But Basil's was a haven. It's where tap dance thrived. And all the people were there, all the folks, all the guys and girls who came back from Europe to dance here, and all the people who never left but couldn't find work here. And the boys and girls and men and women who wanted to dance. And we did dance. We stole steps. We traded steps. Stealing steps was a tradition. Everybody did it. They expected you to do it. I even said to Honey Coles one time, I said, honey, you know, I stole some really great steps, but when I got up to dance, it was a different dance. He kind of leaned over towards me and said, and thus, choreography was born. Honey taught me all the parts of the tap show. So it wasn't just, it was that sound, this sound, and when your bass beats. Honey and Brenda created overlay patterns and contrapuntal rhythms. Contrapuntal is a big word for around. Row, row, row. And that's contrapuntal. Yeah, this was the beginning of the American Tap Dance Orchestra, and I am a very proud founding member. Now, in 1989, PBS approached Gregory Hines, our God, really our God, what an incredible person in so many ways. They approached him for the PBS special performances, whatever. And it was going to be Tap Dance in America. Well, Gregory, being Gregory, he got all the tap dancers he knew together, and it was the best time of my life, dancing with those old guys and girls and young people, and seeing the love that they received. Overlay pattern. That's me. Did you hear the overlay? The two people in front are doing one rhythm, and people in the back are like, oh, well, now comes the 80s, and Gregory Hines is lifting it higher and higher. He created new dance, new music, new no dance, i.e. choreography. He was my hero. And when he started dancing at the age of 3 and joined the family, Hines and Dad played the drums, they were extremely successful. But by the time he was 30, he wanted to like move on and find himself a little bit and, you know, what's going on. And he started to think about developing his own style. Whoa, now that was a very high jump. You know, Gregory was so many things. He was a kind and generous person, and we all loved him. But Gregory was in love too, but with his tap shoes. Oh well, you know, we struggle so much every day in this world, but when that man danced, there was no struggle. You could barely breathe. You know, what can you say? I'm embarrassed to dance after showing you this. But I am 80, so I deserve a little respect, okay? Yeah. All right, where do we go from here? My muse.
Oh, how much you love dancing.
Oh, you know, a lot of tap dancers back in the day were embarrassed to say they were tap dancers. It was like, oh, you know, they didn't want to say it, but he never faltered. He was a proud tap dancer. He was a role model for all of us. And we miss you, Gregory. I will always love you. And this is an homage to Mr. Hines and all the people who dance to live and live to dance.